Hello people of the VC, it's Andy Cloudy Milder back with 3 more picks from the Cloudy Milder vault. So it's been well over a month, probably about 5 or 6 weeks since I did anything in this series. Just a quick recap. In this series I show records that were in my collection before I started doing VC videos, and I thought it'd be fun if I could get you guys involved, so I gave everything a number between 1 and 150 for this set of records, all 80s hard rock heavy metal, and I get you guys to leave a number in the comments, and I show the record that corresponds with that number if it's not been done already. This is episode 17. The subscribers that picked these numbers that I'm going to show now, it was some time ago, so just to remind them, because they've probably forgotten already, we have selections from Grebo 69, Blackmore Rules, and Corey's VC channel. Absolutely 3 killer records this time around, 3 thrash metal records from the 80s that take little or no introduction. I think if you're into thrash metal, you're into 80s thrash metal, you will know these albums, whether you own them or not. It'd be great to hear your opinion too. So let's start off with Grebo 69. You chose number 8. So Graham, Grebo 69, he's been with the VC for a short while now, pretty active in putting videos out. I watch a lot of his videos. I don't always comment so much because a lot of the stuff that he shows I'm not really that familiar with, but he seems to have a vast collection. He does a lot of these Give Me 10 videos from various years, but he has enough in his collection where he does 2 or 3 from each year, but very enjoyable stuff. So check out his channel if you haven't already. Link up and below as usual. Number 8, as I say, that is probably my favourite Anthrax album. That's Spreading the Disease. This is a 1985 copy, UK pressing on Music for Nations, MFN number 62. Now I'm collecting Music for Nations releases at the moment, not as a mad get my hands on everything I can point of view, but Music for Nations released exactly 100 albums in the 80s, metal record label distributor. So I just thought it'd be fun to I thought I had quite a few. I've got 20 so far, and being a bit of a nerd and list keeper, similar to the blog post that I use to track the records I'm selecting on this one, I've got another one, link below if you want to see my Music for Nations record collection and see how it grows. So Spreading the Disease, this was the first full Anthrax album I think I ever heard. I had it on I recorded it from somebody on tape, so I was responsible for killing music by home taping in the 80s. But I've had a love affair with Anthrax ever since. So this is the inner sleeve with usually thrash records have a collage. This one has a drawn one, which I believe was drawn by Charlie Benante. Yeah, down here, there we go. And lyrics as well. So I didn't own this until I started collecting records again in 2014, and this was the first record that I bought off Discogs. I had no idea really of what the record qualities actually meant. I read the blurb on Discogs about VG, VG Plus, near mint and all that, but I had no idea what that actually meant in terms of quality. So I went on, I found this album as one of the first ones I wanted to pick up. It's a VG, it's classed as VG on the vinyl and the cover. As you see, the cover's got a fair bit of edge wear, not too bad, but a fair bit of edge wear. Only cost me about £3, which is pretty good for this album. I'm on the lookout for a better copy. I don't know whether I'm going to hold out and try and find the better original, whether I'm going to try and pick up a reissue at some point. But after that, minimum I've bought is VG Plus since then, because it's a bit of surface noise on it. Cover's a bit battered, but very, very happy to have it in the collection. So Thank you, Grebo69, for your for playing along and giving me a number. Next up is somebody who's a regular contributor to this channel, this series. Thank you for help keeping it going. That's Blackmore Rules. Again, if you don't know Blackmore Rules, do check out the link below. He's does a lot of what's spinning episodes in his car. Bit of a crazy character, but a lot of fun, and become quite a good friend of mine in the VC. We correspond a lot within and outside of the VC as well, and do a bit of trading amongst each other. I've got a package on the way to you very soon as well, Greg. So look out for that. Not a thrash metal fan at all, so probably not going to be too into this selection. But as I said, 3 thrash metal classics this time, and this one is Nuclear Assault's Game Over. So this is 1986. This is the Under One Flag UK pressing. Again, in great condition. I think this was also Discogs purchase. Yeah, set me up back about £9, which I was happy to pay. It generally goes for quite a bit more, certainly in this condition. I think the seller was very generous in his grading of it, which suits me fine. Here we have the traditional thrash metal collage, and up there we even have a little Stormtroopers of Death photo from Dan Lilker's involvement in that, and lyrics. So these are it's the inner sleeve rather than just a lyrics sheet that comes with it. I mean, it's a great album. I love a lot of the songs on here. It's got 1 or 2 songs on here. So there's an Under One Flag label. It's got quite a few songs on here that are very short. I think the whole album itself is just over 30 or so minutes. And given one of the songs, Brain Death, which was my introduction to Nuclear Assault, is over 7 minutes long. Some of the other songs on here, there's a couple that come in at under 30 seconds or so. Hang the Pope, which is 38 seconds, and My America. And both of those I could probably do without. The other short one, which is Live, Suffer, Die, is the opening track, which is it's instrumental, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's a great way to introduce the song. But if I take My America out of side 2, Stranded in Hell, Nuclear War, Vengeance, and Brain Death is one of my favourite side 2s of any album that I've got. Absolutely killer record. If you don't know Nuclear Assault Game Over, you can find the full album on YouTube. Do check it out. But thank you, Blackmore Rules, for picking a number 10. Again, check out his channel, link above, link below, as usual. And finally, somebody else that I've got to know quite well on the VC, and a little bit of correspondence out with as well, and that's Corey from Corey's VC channel. Again, great channel. Corey has 4-figure subscriber count. Has a number of great series, certainly his record stores across America's superb series. I really enjoyed his recent 70s hard and heavy shows as well. I've learned quite a bit about sort of heavy 70s psych heavy music, and so that's been really good. So looking forward to the next one of that. Corey, you chose number 15 months ago now, so you probably can't remember that. So good job, I've kept a note. And this one is probably a lot of people's favourite thrash metal album of all time, dare I say, and that is Slayer, Rain in Blood. So this is from 1986. This is a UK pressing, so it's on London Records from the original Def Jam recordings. As I say, this is a lot of people's favourite thrash metal album of all time, but this is a band that I was not into in the 80s at all. Truth be told, I was probably a little bit scared of them. This was kind of, to me, kind of extreme metal in the 80s. And I shied away from them, and so I had no peers that were into metal, so no one else that sort of could sit me down and just say, no, listen to this, you'll really get into it if you give it a go. So I didn't give it a go, and I've kind of carried that stigma around with me all the way up to my new record collecting years from the last 2 or 3 years. But I bought this one off eBay, actually, and it's probably one of the more expensive albums I bought off eBay. It was around £15, which, again, in the condition it's in, I found it to be a very, very good deal. The vinyl sounds pretty good. It's just got a little bit of creasing, a little bit of edge wear on it. But yeah, so I've had it now for probably about 2.5 years. I've not really played it a great deal, although every time I do play it, I'm enjoying it a little bit more. And I played it in preparation for this video this week, and for the first time I can honestly say that I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it is really, really grown on me. So again, I have the original lyrics inner sleeve with Def Jam recordings on it. And here's the label again for you label geeks out there. So yeah, I'm slowly but surely coming around to the Slayer way of thinking. But again, I don't think they'll ever be my favourite thrash metal band. But you know, who knows? My tastes change as I get older, and I'm listening to a lot more of a wider range of music than I did in the 80s. But yeah, there you go. There's your 3 records from the Cloudy Monitor Vaults for this time around. I mentioned on a previous video that I'm going to try and knock out a few of these in the next couple of weeks to try and catch up, and certainly for those of you that have left me contributions and numbers to get involved in this, I just want to pay you back by letting you see what those numbers are. Again, if you haven't left a number before, or you have left a number before, you're more than welcome to join in again. This series won't go anywhere if I don't get contributions from you, so I welcome those. Check out the blog post link below. It's got the instructions and things on there. It'll show you what numbers have been picked and what numbers are available. If you see a blank box with a number on it, why not pick it? Leave a comment below, and I'll allocate you that number, and I'll let you know which video that's going to come up in the future. I can't tell you exactly when it'll be, because it all depends on when I get around to it, but it'll be your number, and you'll get a shout out and a link, and you'll get to see a great piece of 80s metal from my collection. Okay, so that's your lot. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.